Hola everybody, Steelman here, ready to talk about the Super Bowl. Now, as you can tell, I'm a Cardinals fan. Gotcha. No, I'm just kidding, I know you knew. But, yeah, I'm a hardcore Steelers fan. I've been a Steelers fan since I was like 10. I mean, before that, I hated football, and now it's my number one thing, besides God, and my music, and my friends, and my family. But, I mean, let's not get into that right now. But, I think the Steelers are going to win because of our defense and our offense. And you're thinking that doesn't make much sense? But let me tell you, give you some stats here. Now I'm going to read off the screen, so that's why I'm not going to look. But in the postseason, I was going to start with the defense. In the postseason, the Steelers had 122 tackles out of 2 games, and 90 of them were solo. That's pretty amazing. James Farrior accounted for 18 of those tackles, and 13 of them were solo. Ryan Clark had 10 tackles, and 10 of them were solo. 10 out of 10, obviously. The Steelers had 7 sacks in the postseason, and were done by, and 4 of the sacks were done by Lamar the Tank Woodley. I mean, he is a powerhouse. He is the next James Harrison. I mean, he hits harder than anybody I've seen in a long time, besides, DeMarcus Ware and James Harrison and Troy Polamalu themselves. But I mean, he hits hard. I mean, he caused that fumbles. You guys got to remember that one fumble that he had against the Ravens week 4. I don't know, but I mean, I think James Harrison caused the fumble. But I mean, Lamar Woodley got it and ran for a touchdown. I mean, who does that? Lamar Woodley, the Steelers, and the Steelers had. We're going back to Lamar Woodley. He was just a powerhouse, and him and James Harrison are like an amazing duo. Like who can I compare them with? They were just like James Harrison and James Farrior, and I mean, they were monsters, and they worked together, and they hit hard. Now Polamalu, he's the hardest hitter on the Steelers defense right now. I mean, he can come up with the interceptions like that. I mean, if you tell him to go get an interception, he'll go get it. And it's pretty amazing, some of the stuff he can do. Like the last game, intercepted the ball and returned it 40 yards to the house. I mean, quick TD for them. That put the game out of reach for the Ravens and totally won the game for the Steelers. I mean, I was telling everybody Flacco's going to screw up just like Ben did in his first season. No QB rookie is going to make it to the Super Bowl. And, I predicted Flacco was going to choke in the big game, just like Ben did. I mean, he did amazing all season whenever he came in, but he just couldn't quite make it. Now, Steelers in the 2 postseason games have forced 3 fumbles and 4 interceptions. Now that is very good. Willie Parker in 2 games, we're going to go for the offense for a little bit. Willie Parker in 2 games rushed for 193 yards against the Chargers and the impenetrable Ravens D. Now, anybody who can get more than 50 yards against the Ravens defense is a superstar in my book. I mean, they're just as good as we are. That's what I personally believe. Don't mind me, I hate the Ravens, but I'm admitting I'm being a fair fan and saying that they do have a good defense. The Steelers back to the defense, the Steelers allowed only 80 yards of rushing during the regular season, while the Cardinals allowed more than 100 a game, 110.8 to be exact. And the Steelers held most teams to 150 yards a game, and the Cards allowed over 220 yards per game. I mean, that's a difference of 70 yards, which could be a drive for a touchdown for the winning game points. Now the Steelers held most teams. Oh, I just said that. Now going back to the offense, with Big Ben and his 4th quarter comeback arm, I think we can win, because he's had 16 at least 4th quarter comebacks to win, obviously. And I mean, that's why we're 12-4. I mean, if we didn't have Ben who could do that and couldn't psych up the offensive line, we wouldn't be 12-4. We'd be 6-10 probably. Well, that's not true. because, you know, the defense is pretty amazing. But I mean, we wouldn't be 12-4. We'd be 11-5 or even 10-6, which we were last year, which is not bad. It's just not as good as 12-4. But I mean, whenever Ben's in there and he holds the ball and he makes the plays, which people complain all the time that he holds the ball too long, he's just trying to make plays, and he's just trying to find people who are open, because the Steelers' offensive weapons aren't open all the time, and the other defenses come and hold them up, and that's why Ben holds the ball too long, because he wants to make a play so we can get downfield, so we don't have to go 4 and out all the time. I mean, sometimes he holds the ball a little long and gets a sack, but I mean, he's just trying to make plays, and I respect him for that. And he's not one of them crazy 5,000-yard passers like Drew Brees is, who gets an interception every other game. I mean, you know, I love Drew Brees, but he just gives the ball up too much, and it's a sad thing. Now, Ben Roethlisberger, he conserves the ball more, he throws short passes, and he gets the ball past the first down mark, which is a good quarterback. Now, a quarterback from 2,500 to 2,500 passing yards to 3,000 passing yards is a good quarterback in my book, because he's conservative, he doesn't like to lob it and risk an interception all the time, and he really knows how to make plays, because if he's a starter and he's only making 2,500 yards per year, you know, it's saying something. But, you know, Ben Roethlisberger is just a really good quarterback, and I can't wait to see him win a second Super Bowl as long as we win. That was stupid, but you know, who cares? Now, going back to the defense, I believe the Steelers allowed in the playoffs a grand total of 210 yards per game, and the Cards allowed over 324 yards per game. Now, you know, the Steelers allowed a lot more yards than they did in the regular season, but I mean, it's still a good, you know, 100-yard difference between the two teams. 113-yard distance. Sorry, I'm not good at math, but I mean, still, look at that. That's just, I mean, the Steelers, if the Cardinals defense allows 324 yards for the Steelers, that's the game for the Steelers, because the Steelers can make plays, we can get it downfield, we can make swervy, you know, juke plays for Santonio Holmes, and he's good at that. Santonio Holmes is, I mean, look, I mean, he just caught a touchdown in the Ravens game, and he got a kickoff return in the Chargers game. I mean, that's really good. Now, 324 yards of total game offense, still, I mean, it's not a whole lot when you think about it, but I mean, it's a whole lot more than the Steelers. And when Ben gets hot, no D can stop him, and that 324 yards is the game, like I said. Now, we've seen that against the Ravens, and whenever Ben got hot, I mean, boom, 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 pass, 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 touchdown. I mean, he just came up with good plays, and he beat many other teams, not just the Ravens D, with fourth quarter comebacks, and I mean, he just boom, 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 and we get the first down, you know, kick a field goal to tie the game up, and then we come back and then we get a touchdown, and we just throw a touchdown and we win. I mean, it's just crazy what Ben can do, and I'm really happy for Ben having a great season. I mean, 17 touchdowns from 15 interceptions, you know, it doesn't seem that good, but if you think about it, he's still conservative, and the defense gets most of the plays. I mean, we're not an offensive team, which I'm glad, because I'm sick of hearing all of these these big offensive teams who just destroy everybody, but they also allow 24 points on the other side. I mean, it's just wrong, and I don't like that. I'd rather have a stinky offense and a great defense and still win games. Fingers bleeding. There we go. Now, the Steelers are going to win 24-14. Ben's going to have a great game. He's going to have 250 yards rush passing, and Willie's going to have 113 yards rushing. And a touchdown. Ben's going to throw for about 2 touchdowns. Obviously, they're going to get a kickoff. But, you know, the Steelers are going to win this game because of how their defense, and, you know, I mean, the Cardinals' defense has been hot, but I don't think it's going to be hot enough. Well, I'm running out of time, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me your comments. I'll argue with you as long as you keep it clean. But have a blessed day, and God bless you, and go Steelers. Good luck to the Cardinals.